Welcome to the very first Ask GMBN of 2017, and this guy right next to me is our brand new presenter, Blake Sampson.
Hello.
And are you ready to answer some viewers' questions?
Yes, I am.
So they've been leaving them in the comment section down below using the hashtag AskGMBN, and I've picked some of the best ones I think you might be able to answer.
Might be able to answer. I'll give it my best shot.
The first one is from Gaming Freak, and he says, how long/deep jumps can I do on a 29er with 100mm of front suspension?
29er, doing jumps. Well, I've not done that, but I guess you would know by the way your bike moves and stuff that it would be alright for the huge jumps coming up. But I wouldn't say you'll be able to do massive jumps on these things. Not like Fest.
We'll leave that one for now, but maybe, you know, what we have discussed is the fact that you find the limit of the bike. So you'll find that once you start doing a 10-foot jump, you might feel a little bit sketchy in the bike. So maybe that's the time to think, okay, maybe I need something a bit more stable, more suitable for what I'm actually trying to do. The next one is from Ride Zone, and he wants to know what the best brakes for a freeride or a downhill bike are.
Brakes that stop, man. That's what you need.
Essential.
Essential. But there's loads of brakes out there. I think it's all about stopping power. So big discs. So
203.
203. That's it.
Front and rear, and then maybe a 4-pot caliper as well.
4-pot caliper.
Maximum stopping power right there. Okay, the next one is from Carson Zoo, and this maybe isn't in your best area of expertise, but let's see if you can give him an answer. Can I change a 3x9 to a 1x11?
3x9. Yes, is that to do with gears?
Yeah, so that's to do with gears. So he's got 3 up front, 9 on the rear. He wants to have a single ring up front and then have just 11 on the back.
I think we have a video for that.
Yeah, should we throw him to that?
Yeah.
Check it out.
In today's video, I'm going to show you how to convert to a 1x setup. By that I mean changing from a dual or triple chainring up front to just a single.
Are you ready for the next round of questions?
Yes.
Okay, so Alki is 14 years old. He's got a 780mm handlebar and is wondering if that's a little bit too big and what we think.
Depending on how big he is. If he's like you, like 7 foot thou, then no. But if he's my height, then yes, I run 760.
Let's give him some comparables. What height are you?
I'm 5'7", I think.
5'7".
5'8".
Shorty.
Yeah, I'm pretty short.
And I'm 6'2" and I run 780mm bars.
BFG.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so Cole Shaw is asking, what do you recommend for a starter dirt jumper, and should I build or buy one? That is a question for you.
Yes. If you're starting off the dirt jump, you're definitely going to crash a lot and components are going to break. So second-hand options on dirt jump bikes are a must. But if you've got money, then there's a big market of dirt jump bikes out there you can go and throw your money at.
And what's the brand new dirt jump bike that you just got?
I got a Canyon.
Oh. So maybe you should check them out.
Definitely.
Okay, Miles, MTB is saying, what difference do tubeless tyres make? Do you want to tell us a little bit about your first tubeless tyre experience?
Oh, no, they just make a lot of noise when you rail berms and white stuff goes everywhere.
Oh! Yeah.
So I probably won't want to answer
You
that.
definitely found the limits, didn't you?
I found the limit, definitely.
But what I'm going to say is for trail, cross-country enduro, and even downhill, I think that they're absolutely awesome. They're lighter weight because you've not got a tube in there. You've got some more puncture resistance because you've got sealant in there to actually seal a little hole that you might get. And you can actually run a lower tire pressure, despite what Blake actually just said, but you can do it. So in my opinion, definitely run tubeless tires if you've got the option. Now, Greg Wheelard is saying, is it okay for my bike to be dirty for a week? I'm not home that much, and to properly clean it, he can't really be bothered, but he's worried about wearing it out and damaging it.
I guess it's your drive chain that gets all dirty, and if you don't clean all that dirt off, that's just going to wear and tear the next ride. So maybe give it a quick rinse.
Yeah, do you know what I'm actually going to throw him to? Is a video about car park bike wash, because it's a quick way of doing it.
Perfect.
Okay, so step 1, rinse the bike off, making sure it's all nice and wet. Remember, you don't have that much water, so you need to sort of be a little bit frugal with it. Aim for the worst sort of places.
Are you ready for a manual question?
Yes, I am.
Because Jacob Stonemusk is asking, how much does your body weight affect manuals? Will it be easier if you're heavier or harder if you are light?
No, it's all about body positioning in the manual. So it doesn't matter if you're real thin or real big, it's all about body position.
And how you move that body weight on your bike to get the front wheel up into that position and then hold it and balance it.
Exactly.
Okay, Matt Hinsley is asking, I heard it's okay to bottom out your suspension once or twice a ride, but I almost never use my full stroke. My sag seems okay. Should he play with other settings or should he just ride harder?
I bottom out. I guess you've bottomed out.
Yeah.
On occasions. If your suspension's set up perfectly, then that's fine. Maybe go even harder. Maybe that's an excuse for you to go harder.
Yeah, that could be an excuse, but the other thing that you could think about is how the suspension's actually set up. He might have too many volume spaces in there, perhaps, if it's an air chamber shock, because then you're not going to get through the full travel. Otherwise, you could just adjust your sag accordingly, let a little bit of pressure out so you actually run a little bit lower in your settings. Okay, now this is a big question, and it's from Ross Brannigan, and he says, lads, having some problems, and maybe my main countryman from Scotland's Central Belt can help me. My bike seems to be shifting up gears dandy, going down is another story. It goes down every other gear, so if I shift through one gear, it's taken around to go through for another change. What's your thoughts? Does my bike just make me want to grind and loves the speed?
That's a long question. I'm going to leave that one to you, Scott, because he's your country fellowman.
I think it's all about that you might need to change his cables actually.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
winter,
like
there's some grit in there, so it's not really shifting quite as well as it could be. So why not think about changing your cables? It's gonna be my top tip. Anything you've got?
No, change your cables.
Okay, good. Noah Maladuno is saying, how can I get more grip on really muddy days?
Spiky tyres.
Yep. Alternatively, if you don't have spiky tyres, you could adjust the tyre pressure.
Yes.
And we've actually got a video where we actually tested different tyre pressures to show you the differences. So I'm going to throw you straight to that, and they should just check it out. But what if you've got the wrong tyre pressure? If they're too hard or if they're too soft? It sounds like a versus to me, I think. Okay, are you ready? Because it's time for the quick fire round. The answers
Yes!
have got to be short and sweet. I don't know what that was, but let's get on to them. And the first one is from Jack Azan, and he says, how many scars do you guys have?
Tons.
Too many to count. You've got one from Tata, and he's saying, why wasn't my question featured in last week's Ask GMBN?
Haven't got a clue, but you're in here now.
Greg Wellett is saying, what downhill grips would you guys recommend?
Ergon.
GD1s, DHs, they're sick. And then Megan Brait is asking, can anyone recommend a good gripping flat pedal for mountain biking?
Haha, yes you can. Crank Brothers. Stamp large.
You're small, I'm large.
I got small feet.
Do it.
Quicker. Fire away. Go now. Bang, go.
Marboyd is saying, while driving to mountains, my disc rotor was touching the box. It bent a little. Can she fix it?
Yes, you can. Screwdriver.
Okay. Justin Gillicoya is saying, do you guys travel a lot for video shoots?
Yes.
And Che Bike Videos is saying, is it possible to ride a hardtail on a downhill track?
Yes, it'll be rough as anything.
Finley Smith is saying, can I put a rear shock on my bike?
Not if it's a hardtail, no. Unless you've got mechanical engineering, then yes.
That would be sick if someone did that. Rob Cycles and Photography is saying, is a drone good for follow cams?
Yes.
That's the sickest. Have you got a drone? We need a drone, don't we?
We do need a drone.
Anyway, that's it for the quick fire round this week. Thank you for all your questions. And we're going to get on to correct me if I'm wrong. This video is from Monty McDonald. He's in the United States and he's asking about pump tracks. He's 13 years old. Let's check out this video and see if we can give him some tips, shall we? So it looks a pretty rad place, I've got to say. Look at the size of that rolling. It's dropping in. He's got a good pump, little pedal. Over the first jump, nice.
Clears it, no case. Manny.
Into a little manual again, round the berm, and this is where he seems to be struggling, I think. He's just not got that speed through the rollers, has to get a little pedal in. So come on, I'm going to ask you first. What do you think you can do to get better at pumping, getting through that little rhythm line?
Practice. ride that place so much more.
Every day,
Every day. That's
after school though.
that's a facility
Yeah,
to
that
get
is
faster.
sick. But what I'm actually going to say is you can actually rail the berms a little bit more to carry the speed, so you didn't have to do those cheeky little BCs in between the jumps. You'll carry the speed and then just really work on that pumping technique. And he's going to be flying. Monty, that was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go. Hopefully Blake and I have tried to answer as many questions as possible. And if you want to get your questions answered, then you can leave in the comment section down below. Use that hashtag AskGMBN, or of course send it to ask@gmbn.com. And if you want to watch more videos, don't forget to subscribe to GMBN because you'll never miss one.
And if you want to learn how to pump, click here.
And if you want to know how to manual through rollers at the pump track, click right here. And there's only one thing left to do.
Give us a thumbs up.